Hi, welcome back for Food for Thought Tuesdays on this rainy Memphis day. How's everybody doing? Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, the people that continuously watch my videos. But today, I want to talk about something important. So if you'd like to save this video, repost, share, just so you have this information. Unless you want to check into it further, go down the rabbit hole a little deeper, that'd be great. But I just want to touch on why I think things are happening around this country and in this world right now. There's always been the hidden agendas, the dishonesty, the manipulation from the government and the higher elites. I just believe it's more prevalent now because of social media. Now we can tell everybody what's going on. You know, we can connect with everybody. And it's pushed the mass awakening in a lot of people over the last few years. And I want to say it probably even stemmed from COVID, 2020, 21, when a lot of people started getting a little bit rebellious. Well, I don't want to say rebellious because they weren't rebellious. I was one of them. We were just sticking up for what we didn't feel was the truth of what was going on. Okay? So it made people start thinking and doing more research and being more observant what's going into the world. But I wrote down a bunch of notes, so I'm going to keep looking at my paper because I didn't want to miss anything. Okay, but we are now in the age of Aquarius. Okay, it started around 2011, but we probably fully didn't get into it maybe till like 15 or something like that. But it means innovation, global connectedness, spiritual growth, humanitarianism, collective consciousness, and a collective effort to overcome society divisions, express freedom and equality. That's all what's happening right now. Okay? Just look around and you will notice the shift in consciousness for so many people, including myself. We are ready to fight and take back or gain back our rights, our human rights that have been slowly stripped from us over time. Okay? Now, this age is going to last around 2,000 years. Each age in the zodiac signs lasts around 2,000 years. Okay, so we just came from the age of Pisces. And this is what Pisces, this is the characters of the Pisces era. And it was about faith. Believe in something outside yourself. Okay? So this lasted 2,000 years too, so we're talking more of Christianity, religion, and all that, okay? You wanted to believe in something outside yourself, where now spiritual growth, spirituality, you believe things inside yourself. Everything is inside, it's not outside. Okay? Then you got individuality. separation from others in nature, where the age of Aquarius is connected, unity. Okay? Just the opposite. Then it was materialism, power, money, and control. Now a shift to Aquarius, where we want to overcome all those divisions, so society divisions, and we want equality, freedom. Okay? So those are big shifts, okay? So you know it's going to rattle things up and why things are crumbling and stuff, okay? Okay, so can you recognize the different energies that have shifted from one to the next? There has to be a collapse of things, of a lot of things going on right now, in order to bring in a new world, new earth, peace, love, equality. So please don't fear the unknown. They want to keep us in fear. They want to keep us in control, under control. They want to manipulate us and mislead us in so many ways. And they want to keep us sick, basically sick, physically and mentally, so we depend on them. That's their motive for the control part. Okay, so power, money, and control had been in the Pisces for the last 2,000 years until we hit the Aquarius. Okay, so how this is, this occurs from the slow wobble of the Earth on its axle, and every, like I said, around 2,000 years, it shifts into a different zodiac. So most people are only going to see one zodiac sign, okay? But we were fortunate enough to see the Pisces and Aquarius, okay? I just wanted to give you some perspective on why things are shifting and the energies of the collective are changing. It's all by design, like by nature. It's all by design. Okay? The elites of the world are trying to implicate a new world order. Okay? They've been trying to do this since 2000. Then they tried to do it in 2015, but they're having a hard time implicating it because there's been so much resistance from the people, which is a great thing. So with the mass awakening, they're finding it hard to push this agenda, to push certain laws, okay? The big focus on this is keeping us all divided and separated and fighting amongst ourselves and killing ourselves and keep us distracted. Because if we're distracted, we don't see what they're doing. We don't see the laws they're passing. We don't pay attention to a lot of stuff because we're distracted at all the other stuff they're doing, even if it's just about celebrities and stuff. So many people are focused on them and worrying about their lives that they don't even think of what's going on in the government, which is sad, but this is what television has led us to. Okay? They keep us separated by these factors: race, gender, politics, religion, status, finances, even by the neighborhoods that we live in the bigger cities, the schools that people attend, even the stores in different neighborhoods. Okay, all division. Okay. If you're not sure what the New World Order is, please research it. Okay? But it does contain one world currency, which they're trying to do now. Okay? The digital money is going to be one currency. They want one language throughout the world, and they want one religion. Okay? But research that. It'll bring you down a little rabbit hole, and it'll just keep digging deeper and deeper. But I also want you to look into the Georgia Guidestones. Okay? It is in Alberton, Georgia. It was built in 1980. Okay? I visited there in 2020. The end of 2020, and these stones are massive, and it was just it was awesome to see all these things written in different languages and stuff. But yeah, I made sure I took pictures and stuff, and yeah, it was it is real. Okay, I don't want you to think this is a made-up theory. It is a real place. Okay? But it served as an astrological calendar. Okay? But as I was looking this up, some of these details, I didn't realize it was destroyed by an explosion in 2022. How interesting is that? And they don't know what happened. They have no idea what happened. My belief is a lot more people, because of social media, we're finding out about this, and we're going to it. And that's, again, contributed to the mass awakening. Because these stones are out in pretty much the middle of nowhere. Like, they really are. So, I think that probably was it. And they destroyed them. Okay? But it is a message on population control, reproduction, and many more. Okay? It's inscriptions in 8 modern languages. They were huge slabs. Every language. Okay? And there was a central capstone. It featured inscriptions in 4 ancient languages. Pretty powerful. But I'm going to read you the 10 Commandments on these slabs, what is written. Okay? But do your research. Please look this up. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, which is part of the population control. Okay, that's where, believe it or not, the sickness comes in, and all that stuff is happening now. It's been happening. Guide reproduction wisely. improving fitness and diversity. But reproduction, they're already doing that now. They can go in and manipulate the fetus, the embryo, before it's even born. They can alter certain things in it, and they have been for probably the last couple decades. Okay? Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with a tempered reason. Do we know what that means? I'm not quite sure. It's kind of vague. Okay? Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Okay? Let all nations rule internally. Resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Personal rights, I'm not too sure what that means. Will we really know what some of these really mean? Probably not, until it's done. Prize truth, beauty, and love. Seek in harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer of this earth. Leave room for nature. Now, a lot of these sound okay. Okay, I'm not opposing to, well, no, I am. I was going to say I'm not opposing to one language, but I am. Because all this stuff, all the language, the money, laws, how they live their life in other countries is what makes us so beautiful as a world. We don't want one currency. I like to see other types of money and stuff, okay? I don't want one language. I want to go travel someplace else. Okay, go to Asia and speak their language, not my language. You know, I have a problem with it. And these things, if we do not come together in unity and realize that we, the people, outnumber the government, the elites. We people have the control. So it's time to act now. It's time to start doing research now. It's time to resist the things that are happening to a certain point now, mind you. Some things are meant to crumble. Don't get me wrong. But we certainly do not need a new world order. It is all going to be, I don't know if you ever read the book, I want to say it's 1984, but read it if you haven't read it. It talks about a lot of stuff that's a possibility that would happen. All freedom will be gone, but read that book if you want. It's not a conspiracy, what is going on. It is real life, our lives. that this is affecting. There is only, I think 4 to 6 big families that really own this world, okay? Gotta fix it. Well, not the world, but the country. Gotta fix it. Please, comment anything you feel. Give me your opinion. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you know about the New World Order and the Guidestones? Have you been there? I would like to hear from people. Until next Tuesday, have a great day. I know this was a little of a heavy subject, but I felt like I needed to say it. Because people are freaking out about certain things. And just need to realize everything is happening as planned. Whether it's the agenda or just the things crumbling. But the agenda we can fix also. But you guys have a good day. Bye.